Guys, I'm Mahaveer and this is a screencast for my CFO spreadsheet data analysis, and in this year I'll be showing you my reformatted Excel sheets, and I'll discuss about the data tables and how I loaded the data from the formatted Excel sheets, and I'll discuss all the answers in my section 4. So let's start on. So my reformatted Excel sheets are counties.csv and population v2.csv. In population v2.csv we have 650 rows and 3 columns. And in counties.csv we have 26 rows and 4 columns. Yeah, 26, but the one at the top, it comes, the naming was over here, and that's 26 columns. So now I'll open up my queries over here. And I'll quickly go through all of my queries. So for describing my so to display the data in my database table, just select star from population gives us all of the data that's there in my table. So there are 650 rows over here, and it shows all the rows over here, 650 in total. And for showing how many records are over there, we just need to count any of the columns over here. It doesn't depend that it should be year or something. We just need to count any of the columns. Maybe I've used a count of year over here, but we can count anything. It'll show the same, it'll give us the same data even if we count count of county and count of year or count of population. See, 650. And for describing our table, we just need to use a describe command over here. That'll give us what type of data we've used. Yeah, describe population gives us like varchar or enter in varchar how much it is. So for my varchar I've specified a limit of 20 over here. And for questioning and for counties.csv table, for displaying all the data in my counties table, it's the same thing over here, just like that. Select star from counties. That gives us all the data in the table. There are 26 rows in total. And for how many records are there, we just need to count count any of the row, count any of the column over here. We'll just count allocations over here. So that'll give us the count allocation. So it's 26 over here. And for describing the table is the same thing, just as we discussed earlier. Describe the table name or whatever it is. That'll give us my varchar 30 and over here. And now I'll go through my queries quickly. Question 1D, which shows the maximum. We need to write a query for showing maximum, minimum, average of population of each country. So for that we need to specify from which we need to specify what all we need. Select county, average of population, maximum of population, and minimum of population. So AVG in brackets of population gives us the average, max, and by, and we need to group by county. So I'll just run the command quickly over here so that I can show you the output. So this gives us the average, maximum, and minimum of each county. And the next one would be we need to graph the population of Ireland for each census year. I've already did the graph over here. That's question 1E. Yeah, over here. And from the graph we can say that the population falls down till 1961, and it has a steady growth, steady growth till the 2016. And for question F, we need to write a query for showing the maximum population of Ireland and the minimum population and the average population of Ireland. And for that, it's just like the previous question, like the question D over there. We just need to select the maximum of the population, minimum of the population over there. And it gives us the max, minimum, and the average of the population. And for question G, we need to graph the population of Dublin and the total population of Dublin of the remainder for census year 1961. And we need to comment on the differences between them. So that's question 1G. Yeah. See, so the population for Dublin from 1961 to 2016 has been steadily increasing, and this is the overall population of each county except Dublin. Subtracting this one from this one gives us the difference between them, and we can clearly look from these two graphs that the difference keeps decreasing as the number of years increases. And for the question H, we need to use a regression line or a prediction line for the population, and we need to predict we need to estimate the population of Dublin in 2020. For that, I've written the query over here. First, we need to select what all do we need from this. And from that we need to, so this is the population of Dublin, and copying this table and pasting it in the Excel sheet over here. Yeah, it gives us we can, from the population we can see that there is an exponential increase in population. So by 2016, it's sure that the population of Dublin will increase, and putting the value of x as 2020 over here, we'll know we can estimate the exact population of Dublin over there. And for question I, we need to write a query. To show the county. Query that shows that shows which county has the highest population in each year of the census. That is kind of tricky one. Yeah, better have that done. Yeah, it's over here. So first we need to select the county, year, and the maximum of population from the table population, and we need to group it by year and county. And as we need to order it by county from the population table and year from the population table. That will give us the highest population in each year of the census. See, 1851. There are a total of 650 rows, and it's showing 500 rows over here. If you go on everything for each and every county, it keeps on showing over here. And now next we'll move on to question 2. Question 2 subdivision D. We can see they've asked us to find a query that shows us 5 counties that have received the highest grant. For doing this, we need to set a limit for our descending order. Setting a limit of 5, we can display 5 counties over there. And setting it to the highest grant, we need to show the max of the population over here. Yeah, ABC. Select county allocation from county, order by allocation, descending limit 5. So giving a limit 5 the output will only be for 5 counties. Running it in the counties table. See, there's only 5 of the counties over here and the allocations for it. And question E, we need to write a query that shows the counties in Ireland below 1000 square kilometer in size. So we just need to select county and area, and we need to specify the area to be less than 1000, and we need to order it by area, and it'll show us and we'll be able to find which county has a area of less than 1000. Running that, it shows that Louth, Carlow, and Dublin have a area in square meter less than 1000. And now we need to write a query that shows the average of the population of each province across the years. So for finding the average, we need to use the average for average, and inside that we need to specify the population of whatever we are going to do in that. So running this query over here, we can find the average of each and every query over here. Connect. Yeah, it shows the average over here for each and every year, 1841, 1861 to 2016. I've already plotted the graph for this one. Yeah, average of the population over here, and from this graph we can clearly see that the average of the population has decreased till 1961, has decreased at a low rate in 1961, and from 1971 has decreased in 1971, and from 1971 we can see that there has been a slow steady increase in the average of population till 2016. And moving on to question G, we need to write a query that shows us the density of population for each county in the year 1841 and the density of population for each county in 2016. And this, we have two different queries to do in this question, and so giving two different queries, we'll be having two different tables over there. And the query for this one is population area for each and every county. We've got the population from for each and every year, and the same if we change it for 2016. We get the county population and the area of it. Now plotting the graph, of this, we've first for the year 1841, this is the graph over here, and for the year 2016, this is the bar graph for this. And from this bar graph we can clearly see that the population density of Dublin has increased over time, whereas the population density of Cork has decreased over time. And now moving on to question F, we need to find whether the grant allocation has been fair based on the population for each country. So for that we just need to, we have two more queries over here. We just need to check the queries for 2016, and we need to make two tables over there in our Excel sheet. And when if we start comparing it, we can find out whether the graph was fair, whether the allocations by the government were fair or not. So falling on so running the first command over here, we get this county and the population of this county and population, and running now running the second query over here. We get the county and population for this one. Now graphing both of these in the Excel sheet, we can see that if the Dublin has the highest population, and the allocation for Dublin has been higher, and the next highest population was for Cork, and the highest allocation has been given for the Cork, and the county with the lowest population is Leitrim, and it has the lowest allocations given. And so from looking at the graphs we can say that the grant allocations given by the government has been fair.